morning, everyone. Good morning. How you guys doing? How you doing this beautiful morning? We are here yet a beautiful day. Good morning, Dube. Good morning, Chubby Bobby. Liaka, good morning. Ducentre, Blended with Love, good morning. Laborati, good morning. Tiger, good morning. Glenn, morning. Cobra, good morning. Ayanda, good morning. Dr. Leroy, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, how you guys doing today? Why does the camera look weird? Morning, Def. Okay, let's see what we can do with this camera. Good morning. A bit better. Good morning, Black Diamond. Morning, Subs. Morning, Chubby B. How you doing, mommy? Daphne. Morning. Makosi. Honyana. How you doing, Mama Da Vinci? Good morning. Morning, Tiger. How you guys doing this morning? I hope you're having a great morning. Hey, lovey-dovey. Good morning, Tata Martin. How you guys doing?
The
Tali,
the gorgeous,
Santo.
the amazing Zonke.
Welcome.
Gentlemen coming through with Moranzi Wamino and listening right now.
Morning.
21 after 10 a.m. and of course to you.
Is it Monono?
Zonke. Congratulations on a
Rory,
beautiful brand new album.
Sarafia.
Available on all digital platforms.
Good morning. Remember,
she's back, baby.
tap the screen.
She's back.
Tap
of
the
course,
screen.
we pay some bills and then bring on anonymous.
And we are here.
Hi, this is the General.
We are Makoya Rundown.
An exhilarating display of skill.
We are here Monday to Friday, 20 past 10. We listen to Ask a Man. Thank you, Toto, for the follow. We listen to Ask a Man and we speak on the issues, and we have our own segment, Talk to Me Ntwana, which we handle just after Ask a Man. And today, likewise, we have a beautiful topic that we are touching on and continuing on from sometime this week, and it's stick around. Hi, Duduzile. Stick around. We are also on YouTube. We actually have an episode out on YouTube. Listen it out. Thank you for those who are viewing. We see the numbers going up every single day. Those comments, and episode 2 will be coming soon. And yeah, man, give us some taps. You can give some gifts. We really appreciate those because they help us towards building the podcast. And yeah, we are here. Let's hear what they got in studio.
Content that is of adult nature. The views and opinions expressed.
Good morning.
Are that of participating contributors.
Priscalicious, let's welcome.
Position of Metro FM.
All right,
G,
we all
welcome.
22 after 10 a.m.
Non-to-me, so
Anonymous is
welcome.
on the line and ready to go. Good morning, Anonymous.
Good
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks, in yourself.
Great, thank you. Anonymous, I'm kindly going to ask you to just be patient with me. I'm going to read through the house rules. Respect is the foundation of our conversation.
Chanda Johnson,
Maintain respectful
welcome.
language. Refrain from any swearing or use of profanities.
Glenda, welcome.
Our responsibility is to protect
Nsiki,
your
welcome.
identity, and your responsibility, Anonymous, is to extend the same courtesy to protect the identity of the people or the person you'll be speaking about. Anonymous, if you are in agreement with these terms, please confirm by stating I agree. However, if you don't, we kindly ask that you let us know so we can move on to the next
Hello,
anonymous
Nono.
caller. Do you agree?
Tandy
Yes, I
Wetele,
agree.
morning.
Sis, we listening. Talk to us.
Let's go.
I'm in a relationship with this other guy. The guy is 37 years. And then I'm 22 years of old.
All right, so you're 22 years old. He is 37 years old.
Yes.
Okay.
So I found the guy, he once told me that he has a girlfriend. And the girlfriend is 26 years. So basically, I'm the side chick, and then the other girl is a main chick. So the guy has
Anony,
yes,
how are you, my love?
I'm good, thanks, in yourself.
I'm good, thanks. What language? What's your home language?
Why?
It's Zulu.
Hi, I see again. Ngeke.
Why?
What's it gonna confuse about if boyfriend in a boyfriend?
Or the he, her, she,
Yeah.
him. Okay.
If you are comfortable, you speak however you want to speak, as long as you're comfortable. But ungasabi.
The thing is, that is why I'm shaking, but then I would.
Oh. Is it me? What's happening, guys? Someone who can come in, please do. I don't understand. What happened? Guys in?
With
So
who does the
wait.
guy have a child
Okay.
with? Is it somebody else? Not
Sorry
his,
about that.
Not the 26-year-old.
Yes.
So he's got a child with another woman.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So the guy once told me that with the baby mama, they're doing a co-parenting. The co-parenting is very well. And then I understand whenever I'm with the guy, fine, the baby mama will call and then the conversation is fine. Also, the 26 years girlfriend will also call when I'm with the guy. So, like, what I want to know is that whenever I have to go and do sleepover with the guy always tells me that the 26 girlfriend is coming. So the only thing that I could do is to come for a day visit. So I need advice whether I should continue in this relationship or just leave the guy.
Also, when you're a day visitor.
Exactly. And then when I have to go for a night visit, he always tells me that the girlfriend comes.
I'm sure she does.
You got me at coming.
Yeah.
Anzoro. Yeah.
So now you wanna come visit at night?
And calm and calm and
Yes.
calm.
Yeah.
And this guy always provides me with money, whatever I need. He just sends the money. He doesn't have a problem. But then also the thing, I am the one who always calls. He's not the one who calls me first. I should be the one who always calls him.
Okay.
But he answers your calls when you phone.
He does, but then at sometimes he doesn't, and then he comes back to me maybe after a few hours. And I really love the guy. I don't want to lie.
Love
Yeah,
will
but I'm sure
happen.
you know you're sharing him. So, and you are a side chick, proudly so. So, what are the rules of being a side chick?
So far, he never said any rules, but then whenever I'm with him, like the 26 one always calls like nobody's business. And then I'm like, I don't have a problem. You can answer the phone.
Yeah, because you understand you're the side.
Yeah.
Do the other women know about you?
The 26 one.
Yeah, the 26 one.
He once told me that like the girl was once going through the phone and then the girl found our pictures and then the guy just told the girl that we are friends and all that. So I don't know. whether the girl really knows about us.
Well, she doesn't. You just said he lied to her.
Yes.
Yeah, and telling you these things, does that make you
What
excited?
about the main?
Does it excite you that, he's the sneaky thing that you guys are doing?
No, it doesn't make me excited, especially when I have to go and visit for a night. He always tell me stories that the 26th one is coming.
Okay. So the only issue here is it just the night visits, Anonymous? Come on, speak to us.
It's the night visit, also the attention, and whether should I continue with the guy or the guy is fooling me. I don't understand. But
You said
as for the
attention.
child,
Hold on. You said attention. Do you feel this man doesn't give you enough attention?
I just feel like that because I'm the one who always calls before he calls me.
Okay. All right. So Mizi, are you ready now?
Yeah.
She's tired of the night visits. Whenever she's the only one that ever calls, he doesn't initiate phone calls. Anonymous feels like, she needs more attention. But Anonymous, you say you love this guy.
I love him and he provides everything. Whenever I need money, he sends money
It's
for
okay.
me.
Okay. You love him.
All right. Yeah.
But it's just, okay, what is your ideal relationship
tell us.
before Usomizi starts? What is your ideal relationship? Before you met this guy, when you envisioned yourself in a relationship, what did you want that relationship to be like?
I wanted love and happiness.
And what?
Actually.
Hotness.
And attention?
Yes.
And to be made love to in the middle of the night.
Exactly, Anonymous.
Okay, yeah.
News headlines will be back.
SABC News, independent and impartial.
Guys, I don't know.
At 10:30
I don't know. Baby girl.
Sandton Police Station against Tuja Capital CEO Ntunzi Mhlaba over allegations of a 500 million rand bribe, and UN's Human Rights Commissioner, that is, Volker
I don't know, guys.
Israel and Hamas of war crimes. Details.
I Miss Philo, I don't know why people don't want peace, Mama. I don't know. I really don't know why people don't want peace in their lives.
What's love got to do with it?
Guys,
Hashtag Ask a Man.
So we've got Anonymous on the line, and of course, just a bit
Yes,
of a summary
Pali.
before we continue. Anonymous is 22.
Umufazaka,
And she's dating a
sis
guy
Pebbles.
who's 37. When she started dating him, she knew he had a girlfriend and she would be a side chick. Now, Anonymous says that the guy also has a child with another woman and they are co-parenting. Wow. But she's just concerned that the mother of his child is always calling. Now, Anonymous says she's not allowed to do sleepovers at his place. She's a day visitor only and feels like he doesn't give her enough attention. She's not sure if she should stay in this relationship. Anonymous, day visitor, we good, ne? Same page. We on the same page now, Anonymous?
Yes.
Okay.
Anzuru, who is so there's a 26, right? And then
26.
there's you, and then there's baby mama. Am I correct?
27.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a trio, ni three.
Exactly.
So he's cooperating, no baby mama. They're not in a relationship.
Yes.
Aye.
I went out for my own game.
Aye.
But then the co-parenting, like they are not seeing each other. The only thing that he does, he just go and fetch the child, and the child comes to him.
Okay, so one of the problem that we have is 26.
Yes, the problem is with this 26 actually. And whenever I go to the house, like the clothes for this 26, they are there all over the house.
Okay. Now, have you ever spoken to him how you feel about this whole thing?
Yes, I once spoken to him and then he was like, I can see like this thing doesn't suit well for you. So the only thing that I'm going to do now is that when the 26 comes, I won't tell you. I will just keep quiet and then not answer the calls.
But he answers the calls when 26 calls. When you are
A
there.
lot, and the 26 calls a lot.
A lot.
Is the attention seeker.
Anonza.
Anonymous, you also said you want attention.
attention.
So when you are better than U26.
Sorry?
You said you want attention too. So why are you belittling number 26?
For wanting attention.
No, I just feel like the 26 calls more than me.
I think so too. And how old are you, Anonymous?
She's 22.
I'm 20.
Yeah?
22. He is 37.
Okay, I don't have an issue with the age gap. I'm the last one to talk about the age gap. But my shock comes from she's 22.
22.
Is it true, Anonymous? You're 22.
Yes.
And then school, do you go to school?
Buzan.
Hey, I'm a student now.
No, I'm not going to school, but then I'm just doing a piece job.
Okay. Okay. You're a hustler, when you're a future entrepreneur.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, my baby. So, have you ever cheated on him, or have you ever dated any other boyfriend before him?
Okay, before that, I've been in the previous relationship was so complicated. I went through a lot. So I just then we broke up with the guy. And then after I met this one.
Okay, and you've never seen anyone else besides this one?
Yes.
Okay, my love. Now, I honestly think when Anonymous, because you know your position, ne?
Yes.
With this guy, you are a side chick, Anonymous. Ne? And a side must know their place. Don't break the rules and want to be promoted. And when you want to be promoted, you get frustrated because the principal doesn't want to promote you because of the reasons you don't qualify to be in a position of the main chick. Yabo? So you have to either stay, but when you stay, you know Uguti, you are the side. And the side means side. On the side. The side means makwapeni means, you know makwapeni, what does makwapeni means? Anonymous?
Yes, I know. Yes, I know.
What does makwapeni means? What is a kwapa?
I understand.
Explain to me. I want to make sure that you understand. What is makwapeni? What is a kwapa? For people that don't know.
Like umakwapeni, I understand ukuthi like umuntu nje abamdinga for leso sikhathi leso.
Umakwapeni, ikwapa is an armpit. Ne? And ikwapa lenzani, ufake roll on, you hide it. Do we walk with our hands up in the sky?
No.
Man, this is a tutorial.
The only time we show makwapeni is when we are happy. Ne? When we jump into the pool, we show the kwapa. And we don't jump into the pool every day. Once in a while, we show the kwapa. When we wave, we don't wave every day. We wave once in a while, that's when we show the kwapa. But only also, we show the kwapa when we're wearing the vest or when we are topless. So the kwapa is always hidden. And the kwapa knows its place. Yabo?
Yes.
So it's either when you're going to be makwapeni, understand that you are going to be hidden. There is a side chick Anonymous of South Africa union. And those are the rules. Uguti, know your place and make it easier for the guy, because you don't want the guy now to regret, because you are old enough to understand the arrangement. But if the arrangement does not sit well with you, which I don't think you deserve to be hidden, then break off this relationship and find somebody who you're going to be the main to. But also, now, remember the scary part, Anonymous.
What?
The scary part is that karma knows your address. I said,
She's laughing.
When now you are the main chick, you must know now. there's going to be another one who is a side chick, and you're going to be the main chick. Now you're going to have to be dealing with a side chick. That's how life operates, whether we like it or not.
At 26.
At 26. She's going to be at 26, yeah, nah. When she's 26.
Yeah, but the thing is, if that's what you've chosen for your life, you need to adhere to the rules and how to deal with your emotions as well. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being a side chick, Anonymous. But if you know now you want to start breaking the rules, then maybe this isn't the relationship for you. Maybe you need to go to a man that'll pay you attention. A man, if you're tired of sunburn, find yourself a man that'll make love to you at night. Because before you got into this relationship, you had your boxes that you needed to tick for a relationship. Now those boxes are not there. So why are you here? This is where you answer. Because this relationship does not tick your boxes, why are you here? Anonymous?
I can hear you. I'm here for love because I just think the guy
Anonymous?
loves me.
Don't think. You are here for love, you are here for attention, you are here for whatever else. Now, if you are getting that love, are you willing to compromise what you desire? Yes or no?
Yes.
Are you willing to compromise?
Yes, I am.
Then sit in this relationship.
Does she know what compromise is, naked?
Because you're saying you want to compromise. You are happy that little that he gives you leaves you fulfilled, does it?
Yeah.
Anonymous, answer the question. The little that you are getting from this man, does it make you happy?
No, it doesn't make me happy.
Then go find another man. It's called Nasbani. Or are you don't believe in yourself? You don't believe you can find another person?
She's not sure about the money.
So, what are you doing here? Why are you busy calculating how many times 26 phones? Why are you busy saying what you want to be made love to at night when you know those are not the rules? If it's not working for you, leave. Otherwise, you become a nuisance. Do you want to be in a relationship where you are a nuisance? We are trying to go by chappies.
No.
Then go elsewhere. Go find somebody that'll give you attention. Somebody that'll give you what you want. Because you're not getting what you want here, Aker.
Yes.
There we go.
Well done, Michael.
And you can do it, Anonymous. Say, I can do it.
I can do it.
Say it. Say, Tolling daughter.
Very telling though.
Guys, this is a child.
Slow, get me slow. Oh, I can guarantee you this. Anonymous is not going to leave this guy. Anonymous would rather settle for whatever
The crumbs that she gets.
gets. I can tell you now.
Yeah.
But good luck. At least you've got beautiful advice. Next, hello, Sam.
Yes.
Yes. I love you. Now we are best friends.
Yes.
Thank you.
Humble students again. Humble students.
DJ, please don't disappoint me.
Bye.
DJ, don't disappoint me. Oh, DJ. DJ.
And we're going to dribble her.
Yo. I'm sure cartel.
Shame.
Wow. Daddy, please request. I saw you in the request. I don't see you there anymore. Please request if you're still around. Precious guy, precious guy. Hello, hello.
Please.
I know. I know. Girl with the gap. Teenage love affair, Let's tap the screen, guys. Let's tap the screen. There's 130 of us. Let's touch the screen. You know, while you're listening to good my beautiful people, for the sake of time, I'll have to cut the party short so that we can have a bit of more discussion hour. Ntata Lucky, could you kindly mute on your side? You will you will unmute in a sec. And when you are going to speak, because there might be feedback. Lucky? Can you please mute? Yes, thank you kindly. Sedge, what can I do, sir? What can I do? They selected the song. Once again, Makaya Rundown, if you're joining us for the first time, we are here Monday to Friday. We listen to Ask a Man, and we weigh in on the issues, and we then have our own segment, Talk to Me in Joanna. So stick around for that. It's gonna be fire again today. I think we won't dedicate a lot of time towards this particular topic. Anonza. Let's see how it goes. Unless you guys have a lot to say, but I don't foresee that. So I'm gonna give each of you just a minute. If you can keep it under 30 seconds, it will be very great. But hey, let's talk about this. Good morning, Popo. Popo.
Morning, that is Sekgothudi, you guys.
I'm good. Yourself, Mama?
I'm good. Ne ke thaba lo namela panel ka jeko ke re ho itse ka jeko hona. Ho itse ke mo mathateng.
That's why you told me like speak for your peers.
I see now. I say my 2008 ba botlhe ba ba naganang and ba ba behaving this way. Can I just say that? Anonza, Anonza o disappointile hle. Mara,
Yeah.
Sumisi is right. She's not gonna leave the guy, and she will continue to be the sneaky link until she decides to love herself. Serge le re filwe kopa le ntlogeleng hle. Yes, ntlogeleng. There will come a time more in which she will love herself enough to not even look, but let the love that she deserves find her. For now, she's still playing around. She's still playing around. She will grow, man, and learn. We've all been there. No, I've never been there. Sorry, I've never been there, but we've been in some situations that have, tiny bits and pieces of similarities. Bless you to this one. So she'll grow and learn. There's no hope lost. She's still 22. She's gonna get there. And Mudimu have wisdom to everybody. So it is what it is. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Popo. Thank you so much. Now that we have started there, let's go to Rakhadi Watsona. Sabel. Now I don't know if you are receiving a call or what's happening. Come back. Are you here?
These people always call me.
Subs? Oh,
Can you guys hear me now?
are you here, ma'am? Yes, but you are still far from the mic.
I get why people are calling me now. This is not the time to call me. They should know this by now. Hey, like,
That's why you must go on flight mode.
wait, King, I need to take this thing. I must go on flight mode because people don't get it. And also, I think I'm gonna burn you from the live because this thing of you calling me by my ID name. Anyway, good morning, guys. Good morning.
Hello, Rakhadi. How are you?
All right, guys. And how are you in that Sekgothudi?
I know. Me, I'm crying for the young generation.
I'm crying with you, my brother. We are in this thing together now. These kids, shame. This one, number one, she is like super young. Even the questions they're asking her, are you willing to compromise? And no, yes. She's just hanging. She's just floating. No, guys, she's too young. I feel like they were not even supposed to give her any advice because she's still very, very young, number one. She met Clever because this guy is 37 and this guy knows exactly what she is doing with this poor little girl and where she stands, She doesn't know any better. She doesn't know any better. She's young. They're giving her money and she's probably stigmatized. She doesn't know much, KG. So for her, what she's getting... Yeah, and for her, what she's getting now is, oh my God, it is honestly, oh my God, but it's not the greatest. And like I said, she doesn't know any better. She's still young. Like Popo said, she must just chill and let love find her.
Thank you so much, Subs. Thank you so much. Arego Malumatsona. Martin, can you advise the generation, please, Uncle? Because
there's nothing much I can say in this regard. I think for the most part, my biggest concern is because she mentioned that what's this thing? She's not studying or anything. Whoopi's little piece job and everything, and guy one more girlfriend allowance nyana. So I think there is a certain element of. I don't like to use this word, but we'll use it because this norms used it yesterday of hunger. So, and also, I think the fact that we are laughing, fair, fine, it's cool and everything. But I think if we look deeper into this, I think Anonza was actually crying for help because it seems like her interpretation of what love is and how to be in a good, solid, stable relationship it's kind of twisted actually, hey? And until, like, I think Popo mentioned this, until she learns to love herself, learns to put herself first, she's always going to be the side chick. And because after, even if she does decide to leave current Mukai, she might even become a side chick for somebody else. So it, it's possible that the cycle will continue. But yeah, but the issue mostly goes back to like her upbringing and everything. Like, what was her situation at home for the most part? Because this is not normal, guys. And you can't say already she's a child. She's 22. She's an adult, a fully fledged adult. But yeah, that's my two bob there.
Thank you so much for the 10 rands. Thank you so much for the 10 rands. And yeah, Daddy, as the father of the nation, can you please speak to the young ones, please?
Good morning, guys. How are you?
I'm good. Yourself, sir. Thank you for being the panel. I think I'm seeing you for the first time. Bo, 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 bo.
Yes, sir. No, I'll just pick my piece. I'll just be short and sweet. I disagree with Mr. Martins.
Mm,
What I can say is that what I see is that the girl, she's confused. You know,
okay.
number one, and and again, one thing leads to another. And
Okay.
again, what I've picked up is that the girl, she's desperate. you know so when
Mm-hmm.
you're desperate, like into a way batla wa e batla, you know
Mm,
and again, like, guys, she's so young, like, she's starting now to get in the game. Like, you can see her, this guy, like, really saw an opportunity, like he saw,
mm,
like, something to entertain himself with.
hmm,
So I don't think the girl will autos, because I think, like I've said, one thing leads to another. Like,
mm,
yeah, I disagree. Like, this girl will leave the guy. Like, yeah,
mm,
it's just a dangerous game, if I may put it, for her.
mm,
Because this guy is old, he's mature, like halal mo gaming, he knows these things. So the girl, like, I can say, Jay, she's in big danger.
mm,
Yeah,
mm.
yeah.
Thank you, sir, for your words of caution to the young generation. Hey, Uraf.
Sekgothudi. A question
Sis Pop,
for Daddy.
please.
It's a game. It's like, what is a game? The relationships are a game. Which game are we talking about?
Ndate Dedi, question directed to you, sir.
Okay, no, you must remember, Hore, like I've said, Hore, the guy halal mo gaming, meaning, like, udlala this girl, the girl vele, like, uma maratong yene, like, the guy yene, like, hamo, you know. So it's a game, actually, to this guy, you know.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, it's a play. She's taking it as a playing ball, if I may put it that way.
Are you answered, Popo?
Not quite, but we'll take it. We'll take it.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Sis Noms, I get o shapo ka mo. Wena ko batla ko bofellong ka mona. Can we take Stivovo, Stevie V, Shop Kanjani?
Oh, yes, always. Good morning, everyone.
Easy, easy,
Uh,
just bossa.
all good. Ish, hey, Big Daddy D. Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to take it back to Martin. I actually agree with Martin, man. yeah, Martin's, it makes more sense because she is really crying out for help. And it sounds almost as if like this girl, she's confused whether she's in love or because when Mutis, like they ask her, do you love her? And she went on
Mm.
about, yeah, he provides, he sends money, he does this and that. Like, this person actually, as much as she wants more attention, but nkare go na le bosekolonyana somewhere, and she's getting all that, and yeah, she definitely might not get out because at this point it sounds like without that guy, she can't see how she will make meets end.
Mm.
Unfortunately, there's not a lot of people out there who'll go straight up to her and tell her, "Hey, Miguel," or who will give her a hand and tell her straight up, "But you need to be honest with yourself. You are here for the quap. You're here for this."
Mm.
You know.
Mm.
So I actually agree with Martin 100%. Big Daddy
Mm.
D, I hear what you're saying. It's a game for that guy, but right now it's this chick that. And
Mm.
yeah, yeah, that's yeah.
No, I hear you, Stevie. I hear you. I hear you. I'm going to ask you and Martin to step down for me. I have two other guests, Lonali regular. You'll come back again. So if you may kindly do that, let me add Lydia and Nene, if I'm not mistaken, Nele, if I'm not mistaken. Kindly mute once you're on the panel, Lydia and Nene. Nele, not Nene. Wow. So, Sis Nams, how are you, mom? Nele, can you please mute?
Ntate le
Thank you
kae?
kindly. Mm.
Eish, mina yazi my worry is that I'm seeing two things, and once you get into something and you don't understand your role, you are very much lost. Number
Mm-hmm.
one, for me, I think fathers should just fathers, not fathers only, because fathers we can't force them to be there. Abo malume, check on abashana benu, because I'm seeing a child who has never been loved, and that's a big worry.
Mm-hmm.
Mina, that's why my
Mm,
uncles and my okay, not my uncles, my brother, my cousin brother, the way he loved me, at least it saved me from a lot. He loved me.
mm,
He taught me how to drink alcohol. We went to taverns. He taught me you don't sell yourself for a bottle. That time we were drinking Smirnoff Spin. You don't sell
mm,
yourself for Smirnoff Spin and Hunter's Dry Gold. You sit there,
mm,
I buy it for you. I'm going to teach you alcohol. You're going to decide if you want to continue or not. You don't go to taverns when I'm not around. If you want to, like, my brother was there the whole time. And I think that's what sort of made me look at older men or look at men as I can only have a man if I want to. It was not that
mm,
desperate, but the way my brother came through for me, I think my father, wherever he is, he should have blessed my brother. So whether you're an
mm,
uncle or a dad, or especially you men, I wish if your brother neglects his child, be there as an uncle. If your
mm,
sister has a child and the father is not there, come through at all costs, because this thing is a bit confusing for me. It's like the way she's looking for love. Me
mm,
in my in my criminal behavior, I would say, girl, when you are hired to do one simple job, to come when they call you. When they call you, you run, you do your job, you leave with money. And then what I would advise is take the money, go to UNISA, study, my baby, because you are doing a job. Your contract is simple. They call you, come, you give service, you take money, you walk. But again, I'm a woman of God. If I say that here, they will start judging me. I will only say it in secret. But her job is simple. Come when I call
mm,
you, and then you after that you live with me. Now, if she was from my family, I would say, girl, since you don't have money to take yourself to school, go and do the work. As soon as they call you, you go there, you do the work, you pay UNISA, you study. Because this is life. This is life. You can't be looking for love where you are contracted to give dumpling. You cannot be. That's a very big confusion for you. You were contracted for one simple job. I call you when there's a little chance you come and provide service. And then when you want to be hugged and cuddled for hours, that's not the contract there. So that's why I'm saying I'm worried about the men out there. I'm not saying you should be taking responsibilities of other people, but just come through every now and then. You see your brother neglecting a child, you are like, I'm gonna be there as an uncle. You see your sister's child losing herself because the dad is not here, I'm gonna be there as an uncle. So that we sort of maneuver in life a bit simple, because nanny men, you are also target. These kids are targeting you, because if I can't find love from my uncle or my father, Untate KG, whether married or not, I'm targeting him. Mhlawumbe he'll cover me. Those few hours make a difference in one's life. And she's a lost child, and it pains me, because we should be doing our job, all of us. Nami, I'm an only child, Ekaya, but there's a lot of kids. I see something wrong. I'm like, stop. That's how we can fix the country. But the thing of everyone for himself, it's not my child, I've never been a dad. Just do your job. We are here. God brought us here not to look after our own. No. I have 2 sons, but I can always do the work of God on 10 other sons and 10 other daughters. That's just how we should be doing this. Otherwise, a girl must really think, ama earnings azohamba when you look for love where there was never love. Look at the earnings, my baby. You will go hungry. Otherwise, I'm not gonna say it here. Ngoba uyabazi nawe bazothi ngimenemene, kanti I want to keep an image. Yabona nje. But as a baby, I would do a lot with that money. Mina, by the time I leave you, I would leave you the day before I go to UNISA to graduate. That's just me. That's just how petty I am. Because I know that you are using me. You are 37. You just want to keep using me. And I will shock you. Because a day before, I'll just send invite and say, bruh, I'm done with the work. I'm not going to look for an internship. It's been great.
Thank you, Sis Noms. With that being said, are promote Bubelete. Yeah, are promote Bubelete. Sis Nelle, how are you?
I'm well, and how are you?
I'm trying to survive today. I'm trying to survive, but
I get
we are
you.
here.
Sanibona kuni nonke. Kunobhuti engimzwile. I'm trying to multitask here. I'm decorating my cakes and listening, but I'm not sure who it was. But kunobhuti engimzwile oti. She's 22. She's an adult. Angivumi. Abantu abafani. People are not the same, and their experiences are not the same. I could touch on mine a little bit.
Okay.
At my age, I'm 26. Stufuzing. So people have always thought I'm older than I am, and ngaphandle kwaloko ngiyisangoma. So by nature, ingqondo yami tends to go far beyond my actual age, right? But ngenkathi ngibuya ukuyothwasa, because those of us who've been through the process know what it does to you, I'd say that I stepped into the age that I was, and I came out and I was 21, turning 22, right?
Okay.
So she is a child, and also you don't know the experiences that she's been through that make umuntu step into ubuntwana, but later on she will grow and learn and see that she was a child at this age, right? Now, this man is what, 37, Dalese gaming. You would find that Anonymous isn't even hungry, right? Anonymous, like I said, in a way, I vibe.
Right, Nell, I think you received a call. We will give you another chance when you come back. Lydia, are you the one who's calling Nelle? What's happening? Why are you both? Lee, are you here? Lydia? Lydia? Okay, let's get Nella back. She's back on the phone.
As I was saying, you'd find that she's not even hungry. These men know what to say to make you feel like you are every woman. They know what to say to make you feel like that. Her working and not going to school doesn't mean that she's not hungry. Sometimes you see, or sometimes she just doesn't feel like going to school. Sorry, sound.
Business is calling, Mama. Business is calling. So, Lydia, are you still there? Okay, Lydia is not there. Martin, you can request. Let me put you back. Oh, you are here. Okay, Lydia.
Hi, I am here. Yeah,
Yes. How are you,
I
Mama?
am here. I was receiving a call, and now it looks like I'm the one that is calling Nelly. I'm well and yourself.
I'm very well, thank you. I think I'm seeing you for the first time on the panel, so thank you, thank you. Come through. Let's hear.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So, from my experience and what I heard from Ask a Man is that people that say that that young lady is not a child are totally wrong. That person is a child.
Okay.
A 22-year-old was probably born when 1999. That man
Somewhere
was
there.
born in 1980 something, right?
Mm.
1986, 1985 probably.
Mm.
I'm gonna share something a bit. I actually called out a 43-year-old yesterday who is dating a 22-year-old. My reasons were this. This young lady is from a village somewhere, and this man has access to money. He's wealthy, right? So this child, from her background, you can literally see that what she's after is the good life of being in a city. It's not a relationship. While this man, what he's looking for, it's probably, the sex. I'm sorry to use that, but yeah.
Okay.
So, what I can hear from the way they ask, what do they call it? The questions, right? When she's saying that I'm, yeah, nyamthanda, like she's not even sure whether she loves the guy or not. She's not sure. And she's not even sure whether the guy loves her or not. All she knows is that when she's called, she needs to go and she's given money.
Yeah.
So if the transaction is monetary, right? The guy needs to ensure that the girl knows that this is a contractual relationship. You give me, I give you. Because if that is not like that, a 22-year-old is at the stage of discovering themselves, at the stage of trying to find true love, or your first love, your first true love. Because what they were doing in high school, it was literally them still playing around, still trying to figure out what are these feelings. And now she's at the age of saying, I am ready to fall in love with that particular person. You understand? There's a saying that my dad usually says. It says, "Ngwana ngwanyana, nyala thuto, e re nyalo e go sotla, thuto e go nyale." Meaning that at this age, she's supposed to be at school. She's not supposed to be thinking about whether she's in a relationship or she's not in a relationship. You understand? She's at that age of being too naive to even think about settling down. She cannot be thinking of settling down. She must be thinking of going to school and doing everything that needs to happen. So those that are saying that she's old enough, no, it's not that. A 21-year-old, I have a 21-year-old in my house. I can tell you for sure. That person, all she cares about is looking nice, going out with her friends and all that. All the boys that are after her, I even told her the other day, my baby, all the boys that are after you, you need to actually listen to whatever that they're saying. If you are playing, you are playing. Do not fall into a trap of somebody wasting 5 years of your time or 10 years of your time while he has a stable relationship somewhere else. And yesterday, me calling out this guy, I was literally saying, remember, you are the same age as this girl's mother. If you are the same age as her mother, she probably looked at you and saw a father, not that she looked at you and saw a man that can be in a relationship with her, right? Therefore, this is the time now where you need to step in as a man and say, I will protect you from men who have minds like mine, not you taking advantage of the fact that you have money and she's from a a less privileged background. So I believe that as the community, we need to take charge of, of the kids that we see in the community that are going through that because finances, number one, because of being naive, number two, because they have nothing to do. An idle mind is the devil's playground. Obviously, if she's not working, she's not going to school, she's doing madoho, she has a lot of idling in her mind. So
Yeah.
she needs to do something with her life for her to actually see that this is not it.
Okay. I hear you, and for the sake of time, I will put it there for now, and let's give others a chance. You can still remain in the panel if you have the time. Nelle, I think you can finish your point, and then we'll give Martin.
Mamuli Diana, I completely agree with everything that she's been saying. I see people, especially men in the comments, saying things like 22 is not a child. No, no, no. I will go back and say that people are not the same. People are not the same. These men know how to speak to you and make you feel like you are a grown woman, telling you about how mature you are and how special you are and how you have things that the main chick does not have. So she is a child. And because of men like these ones, like Serge Mulapa saying that 22 is an adult, that's why she feels that she's adult enough for the situation that she's putting herself in. These men, guys, these men, these men will do things and say things to make you feel like uzoimela lento. And then out of the blue, when 4 years later, you wake up and you're like, what the hell was going on? So she's a child. I'm not saying I'm solely, but like I said earlier, that it doesn't mean that she's hungry. No. Another example of myself. I tried to go back to school, didn't work. I'm working now. I'm not hungry. You'd find that she's not hungry. She probably doesn't feel like going to school. It's just the situation. A man came to her, saw what he liked, said the right things, and now she's in a situation where she's catching feelings, but it's all part of growth. She will grow up and she will one day see, Uguti, you know what? Yeah, it shouldn't have happened. I see someone asking me when she's going to be an adult. Abantu abafani, she could even be that adult next year or the year after, but she is a child. And I say she is a child because every year that we get older, we think of the decisions we tried to make before, and we are thankful that we did not go through with those decisions before. So growth is continuous. It does not stop.
I understand, and perhaps let me ask a question. Popo, you wanted to come in?
Yes, I wanted to ask Nele a question. Okay, if I get dribbled when I reach 50, and does that mean I'm a child?
No, dribbling has no age. Dribbling has no age. Abantu abafani in this life. There are people who are submissive and people who are dominant. There are people who are born with silver tongues and know how to speak. Umuntu oyigagu knows how to speak well, can dribble you even when you're 70 years old. People are not the same. As much as we can see these kids are smart, but they're not.
Okay, Nele, so you're saying at 50, people are not the same, wara. Right now, she's 22. She's of legal age. She is a sound person. She can make decisions for herself. She is an adult. She is not a child. And yes, she is naive, but she is not a child. So she's being dribbled right now in as much a case as somebody who is dribbled at 50.
Okay, so let me, taking what you've just said into account, I can say that maybe when I use the word child, I'm using the incorrect terminology, right? She has the naivety of a child because there are 22-year-olds out there who are getting married and building homes, right? Now, as human beings, we have different sectors of the mind and different sectors of our hearts and emotions for different things. When it comes to Jola right now, she has the naivety of a child. I'm not condoning it and saying, okay, Gigi, she's not an adult. She's adult enough to work, yes, but she is naive. This man who's lived his life and who's gone through game has seen her and said, Yazin, Lona ngam goka. Like I said, he said the right things And now she's responding to that because now she feels like she's above her peers. Ngimdala kunabo. I've got a grown man. I've got a man who gives me money. I've got a man who does this and this for me. It does not mean that umdala kunabo, ungcono kunabo. She is being naive. She has the naivety of a child. And honestly speaking, I can't judge her for that. This man is wrong. I'm not saying I get wrong, but he's the wrongest.
Nele, then would you say, are we saying, when we say she's a child, we are saying she's a child in comparison to the 37-year-old guy?
Yes, thank you. That's exactly what I mean. Because let's be honest, teenage pregnancy exists. There are teenage fathers. In the messed up world we live in today, he is old enough to be her father. That's the issue with the world we live in. These men who are old enough to be our fathers do not see us as their children. They see us as their toys. They seldom see us as their peers. And soon enough, he will be treating her like the child she is in his eyes. He is pacifying her with money and pacifying her with the little bits of attention. So she is being love bombed. Whenever she feels like she agamnagi enough, he probably comes through, does the most, and disappears again.
Okay, let's hold it there for a sec. I think Sis Noms has had something to say to what you're speaking to, Nella. Sis Noms, come through.
Mina, what I'm saying is the reality of things is that we've got a child who's willing to get love at any cost. Because if a child does not fear a 37-year-old man who's got, like you can see 37-year-olds, they are not like your 25-year-old men. If a child does not fear that, regardless of the dynamics of the relationship of her being called and to run, no, just in jail. On the surface, for a child to date 37, if that child does not fear that kind of a thing, just know that there's something heavily wrong. Because there's also a 30-year-old that can behave like that. Mina, my thing is, I'm thinking the kind of family she comes from, the kind of community she comes from, because this should be a time where someone says, okay, I'm going to take a group of kids, I'm just going to throw them into some sort of an NGO that's going to take them to school. There's going to be skills development. As a child who failed matric, we're still going to help you dream to be a nurse. We're still going to help you dream to be a teacher. Like this thing, honestly, Mina, I think there are broken communities that are going to continue killing kids because even at the age of 26, she'll still be doing the same thing. So, Mina, what I'm saying, she'll still be doing the same thing because let me tell you, this thing is going to be a circle. I failed Gulo on 36. Even if a 50-year-old comes, he's still going to play me the same. And okay, what if the levels up a bit to say now you are allowed to come at night? You're still making the same mistake. You are still in ruins. And also, you can't be giving these men responsibility to protect these kids because their thing is to just have this Babis Oktama slaughterhouse. Someone even told me that they are even renting flats and someone said he even bought a stand, a Hamanskral, where he slaughters kids. And I was like, I'm glad you have a daughter because let me tell you, if I could, I would send someone because what you are doing, I even bought a A1 for my daughter so that she doesn't want men with cars. I was like, baby boy, you don't know anything. There's someone I know who is from a rich family, but they still play her. Men still play her because this thing is psychological. Even at the age of 30, if she's in ruins, she's still gonna act like this. And I'm thinking the age, we should just look at how she is, like emotionally and brain-wise, something is wrong. I just pray that some communities will go there and pray and instill some sort of measures for kids to just grow up well because
Thank you, Sis Noms. Nele, please, when you respond, I'm just going to give you 30 seconds to respond to what Sis Noms has said, and then we're going to give Papi Lou. Can continue, ma'am.
So my question is, Uguti, are we not going to leave space and maybe some hope for her to grow and mature? I mean, I saw someone who said just now, what happens to those 21-year-olds who marry 40-year-olds? Those ones, when they will grow one day, they will mature and say, Tito, I want to go enjoy my youth. So she is going to grow one day. she's gonna grow one day. That's my hope for her. She's gonna grow one day and say, yes, sis, I shouldn't have done that.
Okay. Noted, Sis Nelle. Hold it there for a sec. Please mute your mic. And guys, in 100 of us, 24k likes. Let's balance, please. Just the next minute, tap, 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 senza ganchalo. Papilu, come through, put.
My brother, morning, how are you?
I'm very well. I think, am I seeing you for the first time on the panel? I've seen your name before. Anyway, thank you
Yeah,
for joining us.
it
Come through.
was months ago though. So yeah, man, I just want to make a comment with regards to the lady who mentioned something about broken communities.
Yeah.
And I just want to, relate to my submission that the sad thing about society is, and there's a narrative out there, the 2000 gang, there's this perception of they're not kids anymore. And there's also a perception in society where if you're
Mm,
older, you're dating a young kid, and it's okay. Like you see your Instagram, your socials, we've seen Hans dating older men, bro, and the acceptance in society is there, and that's where the unfortunate part is. For example, if you walk into a club now and you see well, all the time I live it's not shocking as it was before. It's like okay, it is what it is. And the unfortunate thing, and I keep on saying, is that it goes back to us as a society to say what do we deem as right and what do we deem as wrong, because what is wrong has become the acceptance in society. It's apparent that no, it's okay.
mm,
It is what it is. So what? And that is why we see things happening. And also, if you look back in varsity, bro, there was a time I was sitting in a restaurant here in my state, and there's a lady. I was sitting with them, but they were sitting in a group, and she made a comment. This
okay.
guy's like, "No, I found Hans in Hatfield." But the guy's old, and the girl's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Okay," and you can tell the girl's young. I was like, "No, I don't date guys in my league because obviously one, they broke. They don't give them the life that they want. You understand? And that's where it's
Mm,
going wrong. Because ultimately, women want also stability in the sense of they want the it guy. They want the guy who can make it happen for them. So if you're in varsity, you're doing your second year, Babylon is doing your second year, it's not going to give you what you want. And that's where this narrative of society comes into place. Because everything we want, there's a saying that there's a subject the status that I saw on WhatsApp this morning, and the person was saying, guys, don't be fooled by what you see on social media because there's so much pressure that comes with it. And that's where we're
mm,
going wrong in society because we want to live the glam yako Instagram, yako social media. And this is
mm,
where this woman went wrong. Because with her, she confused what she defines as love or being accepted as what
mm,
the man is projecting, what the man is offering. And that's why you always find that women always subject themselves to what the narrative is in society. And that's how sadly it is. And that's what I was also listening to with regards
mm.
to this topic.
Yeah, thanks, Papilu. Papilu. Oh, guys, in. Okay, I've accepted. We are not doing talk to me, Ntwana. Let's take this home, okay? Let's take this home. Martin, I believe you've been here for a while. And I might have missed your hand. Come through, put.
No, you didn't miss my hand actually,
Ah.
because essentially Mponyana, Sis Norms, and Pabi just answered. What's this thing? Just said everything
Mm,
that was on my mind.
mm,
Yeah, it all goes back to the mentality and the upbringing, which also contributes to the stomach. Because if we're still going to be on the argument, Yahori 22, she's still a child, when exactly is she going to start taking accountability? Because at 26, you guys can still perceive her as a child. But when is she going to start taking accountability? That's all I'm going to say. Sis
mm,
Norms, Ponyana, I think Lydia as well, and Papi, you guys have summarized it. Thank you.
mm. All right, thank you so much, Martin. So I take the point that Nele and Lydia came with to say, baby girl is a child in relation to the 37-year-old. That one I take. And the questions, and I've been seeing the doubt that has been asked, or rather casted against the men in the comments there. Because there's still that thing of where we're saying, precious. There's still the question of saying, Kuti, when then do we say someone, and I understand the issue of experiences, we are fine. But when do we say you need to start acting your age? And when I say acting your age, I'm not saying in terms of maturity and things like that, but we need to have a standard. Yeah, we need to have a standard where we are saying you are of this age, because we apply the standard everywhere else. Yet in other areas, we don't want to apply it. We know that at 22, you are allowed to get into certain areas. At 22, you are not allowed, or rather, let's say you are seen perhaps as a child in respective to marriage. But yes, we have seen other people getting married at that young age, and it's said to be preferred. And they're also marrying their age mates, so to put it. It's not like they're marrying older people. So at what point do we hold a person who is 20 even? Okay, but let's still stick to 22. A person who's 22 to say, we expect you that at this point in time, besides your experiences, but from a logic perspective, you're supposed to know that 1, 2, 3 or 10 plus 4 is 14. You can't then tell us that you are now the fact that you are able to see that dating someone who is 37 years of age, they might be tricked, I take that, but dating someone of this age, you then still say it is fine, regardless of the money, regardless of everything else, because you are thinking things through from a logical perspective. There are certain things that you tell yourself, no, me, because of my age, I will not do this. Me, because of my age, I need to ask advice from my sister, my brother, or, some other uncle who is there, some other auntie who is there, to say, at my age, this is what I'm thinking about. Is it right? Is it not? Because we can't now deny the physiological aspect of being 22 years of age. Your body has gone through everything that it needs to go through. You have thoughts, you have ideas. How do you then manage those thoughts against saying moral compass and what is acceptable in society and all of that? Because we can't deny that you live in a society and there are certain contracts in society that we abide by, set rules and whatever the case. So I just wanted to ask, and Nele, you were about to come through. You can answer, Mama.
Okay, and there's something we should look at a few seconds before this, ne?
Mm-hmm.
When do we start asking for advice on things like what she's 22, Joanna Muntona 37, ne? My comment on that Buti is Uguti. Being a side chick is not something that should be normal. Now I'm just speaking from the African perspective of how a home works, of how even things like polygamy work, right? Being a side chick is not something that is moral, even in African society. Yes, in certain tribes, that's something for another day. That can be spoken about. There are ways that it is done, but in the 21st century, it's not being done like that. That's why I saw someone saying, it's just a 15-year age gap. I understand that, but the question is, when is that age gap? When did that relationship start? Because there's a difference between 22 and 37, and maybe, let's say, 27 and 42. There's a difference between those things.
Okay. I hear you. But we need to, I think Popo, come through, Mama. I've noted your comment, Precious. You can take as long as you need. Just let me know. Come through, Popo.
Yes, I want to ask the lady who just spoke now, Hore, what is the difference between the two that she just compared? She said there's a difference. What is the difference?
Okay, sengiyithatha kanje ke mina what that is ukuthi at 22 I need to when you're 21 we throw this huge party, you're an adult now, and that's just based on on this Western moral conduct that we are in now. Asawafaka ma morals in it, right? So when you're 22, I mean, for some people you're fresh out of school, you're still in school, usazama ukubona, usazama ukwenza, right? Now, as much as people can say, no, but 22 and 27, it's only 5 years, a lot can happen in those 5 years. Like I said, abanye bethu, there are decisions we made at 22 that we didn't go through with, that today at 26, we are happy that we didn't go through with them. We are born. So you find that manje anonymous in at 22 feels ukuthi yena she's every woman, kanti bayamgoka, and she feels so mature to be with this man. But in 5 years' time, she will have been so much wiser. She will have seen so much more and be able to make better decisions. And she will know herself better and have grown more as a person to be able to stand for a relationship in Jalo.
Taught by who?
The thing is, ukuthi, sometimes ezinye izinto, you'd find that when you are taught them, it isn't necessarily by the person, but it's by the situation. That's why ngithi abantu abafani, because I'll go through a situation and I come out of it having learned so much, and you come out of it not having learned anything, and then you have to go through it 3 more times to learn what I learned once.
But then there's the accountability of saying, Guti, if you know now, Guti, you are a slow learner or you are a late bloomer, and you know that your personality is like this, I think it's only fair that you stay away from certain things, guys.
Yes.
Also, we need to be fair.
Yes, ukuthi slow learner asizazi ukuthi slow learner until sitshelwa.
I have one here who is well over 30, who she admits kuti yena, she is a late bloomer, and she's fine with it, and she understands, and because of that, she does things with that knowledge.
Yeah,
Ukhona la?
Did that not take time and experience for her to figure out?
No.
Slow learner esikolweni asiziboni ukuthi si-slow until siqala ukubukela, siqala ukubona bona, sibhekabheke, sibona ukuthi yes sis, what le nto angiyibamba ukufana nabanye. So i-slow learner asiziboni, asizazi slow learner futhi. So hey,
it's okay.
She does not know ukuthi in comparison to lama 2000 azenza bo clever ukuthi yena she's being slow. But I have faith ukuthi by the time in 4 years when she reaches my age, she'll look back and say, Tiko, I should not have done that.
Yes. Okay, and just to correction, I think I like that. Slow learner and late bloomer, two different things. Let's also separate that. We are talking about late bloomers, right?
Yeah.
And Refilwe, the late bloomer has already identified themselves in the comment. You can check there. Thank you, Sis Nele. Let's give Precious a thing. Oh, by the way, I wanted to put a pin on something that you mentioned, Nele, but I know also Sis Noms spoke about. Yes, I'm a 2000 and their bravery. I want us to put a pin on that one, and we are coming in. 6 Noms, do you want to go through before Precious?
I just wanted to share something. It's quite private, but now that I think of it, these kids are brave. These kids are brave. I fear them because 22-year-olds, there's this one who's trending, who is now sleeping with men for 1K. She's brave and she's got soldiers that she's leading. So they go to Dubai, they eat izinto ezingadliwa as letter ama-Arab.
We understand you, Sis Noms.
Yeah, they wear LV. No one will ever say this one, why wayodla into zama-Arab wabuya wavula salon. No. So these ones are brave. I want to tell you something. When I remember it now, I keep saying in my teens, there was a lot of confusion and hurt to say, but my dad, I wish he could have been Yabon. But my brother was there. I'm telling you that my brother was there. I love him to bits and pieces. He was there. And there was a teacher who drove a convertible. He was in his 40s at the time. So he sort of wanted to be a boyfriend. Because I was not brave, I looked at him. We spent few days together. He would collect me, and Yabon, we were on that stage when he would be buying abo burgers and stuff. But because I was raised by a young man who would buy me burger, a spa, that time about KFC was not selling, we would only access the burger through spa.
Yeah.
He would buy those things, ne? And when I look at him, I'm like, I'm a size 26, 24. And I'm like, how am I going to carry this one? How am I going to carry this one? Because now, if you are brave enough, you go, you sleep with that man who's in his 40s. And let me tell you, when we meet, when I see him now, I realize that, you know what, at the time he could have been HIV positive because after when I went to tertiary, he was already having that rash on the skin. Yabon. So now it hurts me a lot because whenever I look at him, I'm like, you were gonna infect me. It means you hated me. And my dad was your age mate because my father was a teacher around my area. So it means you knew my dad. That is how much it hurt me to a point where I felt like one day telling him to say, Wena, so you wanted me dead because my dad used to teach closer to your school and you knew him. Number one, you knew my dad. Number two, you knew there was something wrong with you because you can't, after 2 years, when I go to tertiary, you have rash on your body. It can't be like that. It means you were going to infect me. So I'm like, when
Yeah.
I don't know if I should send lightning or what. I won't tell him now because already things are bad for him. But the thing of being brave is dangerous
Snobs.
because we want to cover them,
Yeah.
but we are too brave. Because I could not stomach an old man who know
Yeah.
mukha. Now I like Abu Chabi baby, Abu Chabi daddy. I like them. They are my types. In fact, like I'm their mama, Abu Chabi daddy. But at the
Masiva,
time,
let's snobs. Masiva.
these are guys, they are too brave, man.
Masiva. Okay, so I've noted Lydia and Papi, but I think Papi had raised his hand first. Just please remember that point you wanted to say. Papi, come through, sir.
Thanks, man. I just want to make my last submission and I'm also going to jump off. You know,
Okay.
we're saying a lot and we're using big terms as well, in the sense that a person is of legal age. And the question is, how do we define a legal age? By law,
Okay.
anyone who's above 18 to a certain degree, they have legal age. But now, we
Yeah.
also understand the level of maturity and immaturity that comes with age. Now, if you are 40
Sure.
years old, you come to 20 years, 21 years, 22 years. Subconsciously, you know, and we talk about experience. We talk about a lot of things that this person has been exposed to. And that's why I said earlier in my submission that we need to be true to ourselves as human beings because the society that we live in, unfortunately, it's protected by what we see on social media. That will always be the underlying layer in terms of what we are exposed to. Ngwano, ho na ntho ya hore o phapha ka Sesotho. Ngwana o monyane a na le 22 a jola re mmona ka re o a phapha o rata dilo. But o rata dilo, but they're also immature because they don't understand the growth form and what they're trying to achieve. To them is ke mojolo, but let's understand by definition. In our society, mojolo is the typical thing where a girl dates a guy who's popular, a guy who's it's like in high school. I never got a girl in high school, bro, because I was never the popular guy. Every girl in high school wanted the popular guy, whether he's a dancer, he's a cool kid, or whatever. And that's where the relationship stems from. With men, it's different. Men are always intentional. They have the intentions clear. When they come to a woman, they know very well what they want. Now, if you're a 37-year-old, you approach a woman who's 22 years old, irrespective of the age of that woman, the intention is always there in the motive. And let's understand, by virtue of being a man, most of us, and when I say majority of us, I'm going to include myself, we are sexual
Yeah.
beings. So there's an element of physical attribute and a sexual attraction that comes with seeing a woman, irrespective of what age. So if you're out 40, when I'm 21, you already know in your head, when I'm already Shankashaya. Do you understand? Now, when I'm 21, dog, we're way
I
prepared. Hence,
I
hence we use the
refuse.
term.
I
But
beg to differ, but continue.
fair enough, boy. But when we speak about Hormutwai Papel, we speak about what women are enticed by the smallest things. You know what I can get. Don't get the flowers, don't get the sweets, take me to a movie. And it's all about provision, 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 provision. So in this situation, Outaka, my understanding is when we speak about accountability is if you wanna fix the society, we cannot just base everything on and says no, she was 20 years of legal age, she knows what she was doing. Yeah, she might know what she's doing, but when as a man, dog, you knew very well what your intentions were in the first place. So you knew exactly what you were going on about. So for me, it's an issue of when you meet a woman, you gotta make it clear from day one because one about you could have been bag a Louis V, whatever about that. Do you understand? And also, unfortunate part is we come from situations where most of our parents couldn't make those means. I have a niece, bro, who's 22 years of age, she's in varsity. I'm making my point. Whatever she wants, dog, at least I'm there for her. Because I know when go like over to fika uthengwe banka awudika golf ifile pake mole smile they're going to be attracted to such things. And that's where the accountability of us who are mature, who understand what's happening in our society, we have to step in and close those gaps. Because if we don't, unfortunately, our kids are going to be exposed to this lifestyle of ish. I want a guy who can. And that is the narrative that I've seen in our society.
Okay, thank you for that comment, Babsi. And let's also try and correct something. Because you spoke two things that contradict each other, and I will just state how it contradicts, and perhaps you are not aware. So you spoke about the accountability of us older men who need to in turn protect the younger ones. Yeah, know that when you're speaking to a younger one, they are young. The things that you are able to afford, the things that you are able to speak about, they will be very enticing to her. So you need to be, if anything, restrict and say, "Kuti, this is the case, it's not going to happen." When you lost us, and you lost me particular, when you then said that as men we are sexual beings, and the moment you see a woman of legal age, you didn't say that word specifically, but I'm just gonna say of legal age, even if it's a 21-year-old, you would still have on a physiological level some form of I guess sexual attraction.
But the
Yes, Popo.
Papi said, and I quote,
Yes.
irrespective of age.
Okay.
Irrespective of age. That
Thank you.
English. Hey.
Thank you. It's had a more purpose. So we can't. I would say evaluate those two comments because they're in contradiction with each other. I refuse, and I must tell myself as a man, regardless of whatever my emotions are doing, whatever my body is doing, the control is in your head to control this body of yours. I cannot look at a person that is even thinking about it is just crazy. I cannot look at a 21-year-old, I cannot look at a 22-year-old and say hore ke snack. And I will say to you that yes, sometimes you look at someone and based on the body that they have, they might have a body of a person who's older, and you look at them and you think that no, maybe she is 26 and whatnot, and from that, because you don't know the age of the person, you might think yeah, no, I guess snack or whatever the case. But the moment you know of the age, and you should even be cognizant of that there's an age that as a guy you should not stoop low to. That is now you saying you are protecting the younger generation, and it should be like that. And when it's like that, there's no way I'll get a boner by seeing a 21-year-old. The moment I know this person is 21-year-old or she just looks as young as a 20-year-old, I should not even have a boner, because that is, my mind is turned off. The same way that when I see someone who is ugly in my according to my standards, I'm not turned on. So that should be the case of an age level where you say, I cannot be turned on by a person of this age. There's no way. And I will even go as far as saying, as men, we make this thing, and whether we are making it as a joke or casually speaking, and for the fact that it is casual is wrong, where you look at a child, you say, oh, ngwana o godile. You know? Ngwana o godile, ke mmona gola in my eyes. Therefore, that on its own is just wrong. Steve, overcome through, sir.
Danko, thank you. Yeah, something you just said I'm gonna start with. Regarding, I think we kind of, yeah, I know it sounded like it was self-contradicting what Papu was saying, but if we read in between the line of what he's saying, right? Yes, we have to take a certain point, certain level of responsibility as the older men, right? To protect these young ones. But the right term, what he should have used was not irrespective of age, was it should have been regarding the age of that legal age, yeah, the legal age. Now, back to a point where I wanted to start at. What is an adult? Since now we started speaking of term, we have children, we have young adults, and then we have adults. Bruv, an 18-year-old to me is someone who's a child. I cannot imagine myself being attracted to an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old at my age. Right? They're still in varsity at some point, the way it should be. Let's say it's an average student or pass a sharp or no need the I grades or a varsity or college. But then the moment they turn 21, that person is a grad. They can get a job. Most of them even move out. That's why they become to be responsible, beginning with themselves. So, do we now call them children or are they simply young adults? Now, remember that person, the moment they leave at that age of 21, they are now going to embark on a journey which is called experience, life. Whether you're going to date a 41-year-old, whether you're going to date a 37-year-old, that's some of the stuff that you won't just learn by hearing Uguti, that's not how it should be. Guys, we have people. I'm sure each and every single one in this live has people they know that they got married at a very young age. Some even got married while they were still in high school. Some they were married at 22, 23 by people who are 10, 15. The most I know, 20 years older. They got married, and those people, they don't just agree to everything. Like the way she was agreeing. And I was asking a question: what is old? What is being an adult? What is being a child? Is it age or is it experience, guys? Do we see the ladies they are like 10 years older than me, some are 15, 20, I would see
Yeah.
someone I like and I would go to them. And you'd be so amazed, Dore. There's a certain similarity between this girl who's 22 dating a guy who's 37 and that lady or like who wish she was like 39. Like there's a certain similarity. Now, how do we then say, Dore, now it's now a matter of naiveness? So, like, is she still gonna be naive all the way until 39? Like, it's really all about at a certain age you become an adult, but then from there forth, experience takes place. What you come across in Leva, key experience. I still say she is an adult, just going through this life experience, not knowing where to make the right choices or what so forth. This could be the right choice. Nobody knows. Nobody can tell.
Okay. Thank you for that, Steve. I disagree with probably 80% of what you said, but it's okay. And I think it's because I'm very angry at this point in time. Lydia, come through, sis.
Okay. I'm like you. I was getting angry, like as people are talking. But I want to say something first of all. Age does not depend on age the way we measure it is measured by maturity. Number one, I could be 30 and not be matured enough to be in a relationship with an older person.
And can I please just interrupt you there? And it does not even depend on experience because maturity is not about experience. Continue, sis.
Exactly. He said something about people getting married early and at an early age, right? I'm one of those. I got married at the age of 21. And me getting married at the age of 21, I can say that it's because I matured earlier because life taught me that I need to be older at an early age, right? But it was not because I looked at a guy that is not my age and so that this person can be a person that I'm in a relationship with. I think as people, as a community, we have normalized this thing of moral degeneration as something that we can literally live with. Okay, let me start with this to say that we are from a patriarchal society that has taught our mothers, or women rather, that they need to get married, they need to be in relationships and that teaches men that men needs to work, men needs to provide, men needs to do this and this and this and this and this and this, right? Therefore, most of the time when you are growing in an environment that says to you, you need to grow up, get a man, get into a relationship and so forth and so forth. Even when I see that you are an older person, because it was instilled in my mind from a young age that this is what a woman is supposed to do. This is exactly what a child is going to do. So what we lack is ensuring that our kids are self-aware of who they are, what their capabilities are, and what is it that they should expect of themselves, not what we expect from them as parents. We are so infected with something I call microwave parenting, to the point where kids are literally growing on their own and teaching themselves everything that they're seeing. Like, you can just, I can literally see my daughter saying to me, I am getting married tomorrow. And I wouldn't even know that she was dating in the first place, because we are microwaving our kids. We say that our 2000 are so brave. We have made them brave as parents. We literally took those kids and made them the adults that they are not supposed to be. Immediately, we try and ensure that the kids understand that they are kids. They will also take their uncles and their dads in the community as uncles and dads. Rona Harohola, I believe that you and me could have grown up in the same era. Harohola, ntate omong lo omong, if a ka tlhaga ke na le mosimane, right? I had to run for my life. Like, I would run for my life, because I have to respect that man. And it was so easy for us not to fall into certain things, because we knew that even if my mom or dad don't see me, kanta toko next door ampone akan chapa gore ankise high. You understand? And anchapa gore ankise high. That's what the community was. But right now, we have turned these kids, we are calling them brave. They are not brave. We are creating a scarred generation. We are creating a generation that will be full of regrets 20 years from now, because we are not parenting the same way that our parents were parenting at that time, right? And lastly, I want to say this. I'm going to take a bit of a turn, because I'm going to use color. I don't like using color, but I'm going to use color.
Let's go.
Let me tell you this part. A white child learns to go out on a date with her dad from the age of 7, right? While a black child might not even know how it feels to go out on a date with her father, whether her father is there or not. We teach our kids as black parents to fear us instead of being comfortable with us, to the point where even when now an improper relationship is starting with an older man, you cannot see it, because now you do not have that open relationship with your dad, with your uncle, and so forth. What would kill us if you learn to say, once a month, as a man, I'm going to take my daughter out on a date. I'm going to teach my daughter how to receive flowers from me. I'm going to teach my daughter how to do chores in the house. If you want a phone, I'm going to do chores in the house, and you are going to buy that phone for yourself. When are we going to do that? Because This is literally moral degeneration. Like our country has degenerated morally to the point where we make wrong things sound normal. Our kids are no longer safe even around our own brothers that we call our brothers, because now when they see them, especially because of what they eat, because of how they wear, the way they dress and the way they eat makes them look older body wise. But the question is that person matured enough to start a sexual relationship with an older person? Because if they're not matured enough, the person will be calling for help the way the young lady called a show. That is a cry for help. That person is saying, I'm not getting attention. And the reason why she's saying I'm not getting attention is because it means it's continual. It's continual, starting from home. Now she's in a relationship, she's not getting the same attention. And now that we are here, we now need to discover at home, is she getting attention? Even if it's from a mother, even if it's from an aunt. Now I wish I knew that girl. I would tell her to say that, baby girl, for every month I want to take you out on a date yourself. Immediately you start going out by yourself, starting to love yourself and becoming self-aware of who you are and what you are capable of. You will not settle for anything.
Sis Lydia, I think we can close the live. Yeah, you have said it. Precious, you have a minute, Mama, before your meeting, or maybe you can be late for the meeting. Come through.
No, I can't be late on the meeting. It looks bad on my brand. I don't agree with some of the things that Lydia said. And imagine Yasaba Ugusho because Ninanya agree so it's a bit of a catch-22. But I'll come back after my meeting, and if she's still here, maybe we can chat. Okay,
Yeah,
bye.
okay, maybe. Bye. Thank you so much. Oh, guys, I won't lie, guys. La tseba inkeme mo kgotsong mo. By the way, Lydia, o motswana ko kae? Leroy, come through, sir.
Dumelang bagolo le kae?
Continue, Minyara. I didn't even have the energy to answer you. I'm sorry.
I know, I just go, man. Guys, you know, like there's a lot of like different opinions here, and so okay, cool. So now, what I've gathered here, Kiore, as in like basically, let's be the guide to like the working kind of coming generation. You know, okay, like regardless or like they're your nieces, your nephews, your kids, your in or in your be that person to lead in the right way on tlhaloganya. You see, just like you know, like there's something that kind of disturbed me and about the age part where now like go normal gore like as in like kumjita wa ma like 36 years old like 22. My say there joy taking na guys na. Let's think of it like this na. Like there's something that I always tell people, Horijo, don't do something to me that you wouldn't like if I did it to you. So now to the gents as in like let's say or no at age gay no I like go normal gore like 21 or 38. So Sheva, how would you feel when your daughter dating barking can like Brian how? So let's you know what, like let's just have like common sense at the end there, guys. What I mean, come on, man. I mean, Joe, I mean, come on. I mean, like these are kids. Yeah, okay, sharp. Like the law says, yeah, sharp. Hey, 19, 18. Like the reality, like core, like mentally, how I die, fam. So like just be the guide who is your born. Yeah, sharp. Like legally you are here and here. Kumare, know this and this and this and this and this and that. Stay away from this. Do this for yourself. Look out for yourself. like love yourself. Peel.
Thank you so much, Lee.
For both guys and girls, actually, nah? Like not just girls, actually. For like both kids, please, sharp, done, guys. Bye.
Thank you, Abut. Also, thing, come through.
Which one? Who is the sis?
I we tlhopile wa ikitse.
No, she knows herself. Calm down. She knows herself.
Uh, ish. I want to give you the points that I was Lydia, ne? And some I agree with and some I don't agree with. Guys, people make decisions for themselves. And I'm gonna put myself on the spot here and say, nah, I am a 2K. Ne? And I make decisions after I have assessed situations and I decide for myself, or you know what, leke bona hore mo ke mo koti ene go a wela. I assess that situation and say, Mpho, I'm gonna take the decision gore ke tsene mo mokoting. Gore go tswa bjang, I don't know, mara e tla ba di bonwa tsaka. So taba ya hore we are going to smother kids and say they can do whatever they want, or they mustn't do things or explore or experience things just because they are still kids. Life doesn't change. But people get heartbroken at 47, people get heartbroken at 50, people get heartbroken at 26. So this girl is not a victim here. She knows exactly what she's doing. She is consciously choosing to be with this guy for the benefits. She knows what she's benefiting. So a gona motho a mo forsang wa bona nkebe a re, okay, my situation is forcing me to be with this guy. I don't want to be in a relationship with this guy, but the situation is forcing me to. Then I would understand where everybody is coming from. But she is choosing to be with this guy. Yes, it is morally wrong. We all know that. But she cannot be smothered. She has to be held accountable for the actions and choices she makes. Re ka se re ha she is 22, she is still a child. Who is supposed to think for her? Who is going to think for her? At what age is she going to grow up and start taking mature decisions if she does not make mistakes now and takes decisions for them and learns from them? Guys, let's stop being batswadi ba ba e leng gore ba pepetletsa bana, because this thing, it grows, and I've seen it so many times in my community where you have parents ba ba pepetletsang bana, and next thing, when they are 40, whatever, it is ingrained in them. It is now part of their lives. It is now part of their personality. You can't change them. Ba tlwaeditswe go ba bana. So they can't change. Everything tshwantse a ye ko mang mang a yo mo tseela a decision, mang mang a mo tseele a decision, because they were not taught at a certain age more ba kgona go moldega mo teng gore you have to make mistakes and learn from them. If you choose this decision, you have to stick by it, and whatever repercussions, whatever happens, it's on you. And that will be my submission for now.
Sis Noms. Thank you,
Can I,
Popo.
Popo, thank you for saying this, because this cannot be a one-way thing. Mina, I'm still gonna stand with the thing of, I know that there are kids being manipulated, but I'm still gonna recognize that brave group. Fight me, guys, it's fine. I'm still gonna recognize. Let me tell you, if you've been lucky enough to supervise interns, my husband always has interns. You know, my husband, he's a chubby baby, he's a chubby daddy. They don't fear him, he's just a boy. Mina, during my intern days, my friend, he gave a deputy director a BJ because she knew she was securing a job. That is something in her mind. Okay, someone might say she was a child. In her mind, she was like, for me to secure a permanent post, I'll do whatever. That's the kind of bravery I fear. For you to say, and I'm not talking about someone who's coming from a poor background. I'm talking about a child of a teacher. She grew up very well, and she grew up well, I can say. But she was brave enough to give a deputy director a BJ to secure a job. And it was a mess because someone got hurt, and I think it was bad. So namanje mina, it's just that mina, I'm a veteran. I don't fear anything. A person must risk if he wants to risk cheating on me with intents. You are risking your life. That's your problem. But I'm telling you, mina, my husband will always come with stories. Hey, kids don't fear anything. Ngithi mina, but do they not see what you are old, man? Kids don't fear anything. In fact, sit next to kids when they are wearing their short dresses, looking beautiful. Sit next to them, etashas. They'll tell you how they don't fear making older married women cry because bona they can rule a man in bed. So some of them, I'm still going to say some of them are brave, and as in some of them are brave, I'm still gonna say that because they tell you how they make married women cry, bona they know how to keep a man for a few hours and a man will get confused. And Mina, I'm telling you because I've been lucky enough to conduct workshops with kids in primary and high school level. You start to see in between them that this one, yabona, this one, when you are too brave for this world. Bazokusakaza, slow down. You are too brave. When you can't be looking at a 25-year-old teacher like that. Calm down. You are brave. You are too brave, Gawain. You'll get hurt. Some of them, they've got hearts of lions, and that is very dangerous for you. As I'm telling you, Mina, it's just that I don't fear anything. I would be every day, every year when my husband changes interns, I would fear. Oh, one day it's just that, Mina, you risk because you want to risk, and you know that before I leave you, you would have been done. Yes, it. But the way he will tell you that kids fear nothing. Every year you see that one intern who's gonna challenge you to say, Mr. Banban, I know you are married, but I fear nothing. Say, I am here, you can whatever. That's the kind of bravery I don't like. That's the kind of bravery I'll still stand by my statement to say some of them are brave, even the ones who come from good households that had teachers and nurses, that kids who were provided for. Some of them are brave, I'm telling you. Mina, it's just that my husband I don't know if he has retired or he fears for his life, but he would have been showing a lot of interns. Mina, I did have interns, few of them, just
It's
that I'm not a
fearing for his
man.
life, sis Noms. There's
I'm
no way.
thinking so because some of them are too fresh, and Mina, I'm in that age where I'm waiting for grandkids. But imagine, I would understand a man who's a bit slimmer. You'd think he's your age mate. A chubby daddy. You can still go to this one. He's a chubby daddy. Even the car he drives, you can. No young. A man who will drive a big Mercedes, you know that is a family man, this one. A man who carries a lunchbox, you know that he is not cooking it himself. But the braver, I'm telling you about a friend of mine who got hurt badly because of being brave enough to give a possible employer a BJ to say, no matter what, as long as I secure a permanent job, here's a BJ. But because he was evil enough, he recorded that thing, and then the video circulated, and I was hurt because we could not do anything. But she was brave to say, but your mom was doing well more than my own family, but you were brave enough to. No, bravery is bravery, and sometimes it's dangerous. That's why I'm saying to you,
Thank you,
when
sis
you
Noms. Thank you so much. I'm gonna. I need to go 1:30. So yeah, given Dineo Mukue. I hope you are listening. I don't know whether you're here throughout the whole conversation, but my sister, I hope you are listening as a 2K that, use that bravery for other things that will reward you in life. When you are reaching your 30s, use that bravery for getting an education, for hunting for internships, juggling school and work, part-time work, because you know that you want to buy a weave for yourself. You don't expect anyone to give you that wig. Use that bravery for things that will benefit you in life, because guys, in as much as we say when you're in varsity, we're dealing with this issue. I think it was yesterday or another day, where we're saying yes, in varsity you can meet your the love of your life. You can meet your your future husband, future wife, but we need to, man, we need to focus on life. And I don't know if our younger generation, do they have dreams? Do they have aspirations outside of Gucci bag and whatever other material thing that they can get today? Do they have dreams of, I want to travel the world? Do they have dreams of, I want to own property in every country that I'm going to work in? I don't just want to have property in South Africa. I want to have property around the world, in all the 7 continents, that if I want to go on holiday, I'm not booking a spot. I know I'm going into my house. Do they have these dreams that are so big they're going to scare, your father, your mother, and think, "Kuti, yo, I need to support this child because these dreams are big"? Do they have these dreams? Popo, come through. Yo, I'm
You know,
hurt, guys.
I know you're tired of me, but
Um,
are you not okay?
and
What's happening?
correct, man, and correct.
Oh, I see. Since that that's for two.
Yeah, no, these. Continue,
Ish.
mom.
Wait, see, I was having a conversation with my sister the other day, and I was telling her, "Hore, for men and women, life is, especially in South Africa, is very different. Actually, not just in South Africa. Men have great role models. Hona bjano, the role models for the 2K generation, get influencers. We do not have women of, and I'm not saying that influencers are not women of standards, but we all know. We do not have women of actual substance at the forefront. Everywhere you go, more TV, these shows are hosted by, them, and on Instagram and on Twitter. Everywhere you go, it's just influencers, influencers, influencers. And that is the kind of life that is being shown for the younger women. So if you put me here and my younger sister here, you will tell the difference. My younger sister is, God help us, she wants the Instagram life because she has grown up to see that around her. She is now seeing, oh no, man, I don't want school because I can make money through YouTube or Instagram posting these types of pictures and whatever. And I'm not saying that it's wrong, but mmereko e nang leng seriti ga e sale at the forefront for women. It is these selling bums doing this. Hey, you must, I want in daughter that's gonna do this, in daughter must what. So you can tell the difference between her and I. And I'm not saying she's going to grow up to be like that, but I fear at times because I'm like, I grew up without seeing these things. Maybe that is the reason why I turned out to be the way that I am today. So
Yeah.
I need us, sis norms, subs, auntie pebbles, Lydia, to be, I don't know, man, to empower these young women, to tell them, "Hore, you can have a simple, enjoyable, soft life through your hard work, through having standards and principles." Because the minute you give a man power to say, "No, you have these things because of me. I remember there was a certain anonymous this week who was saying, no, this man is saying he was taking care of me, and now every time he insults me, he's telling me, no, you have this and this and this because of me. So, I need women of substance to be at the forefront for our young women. I really fear for the future of our young women because guys, it is not
Let
looking.
me
Yeah.
interrupt you there, Popo. Those women are there. In the time that you've spoken, I ran through a list of women who can be those very role models. We have 3 people that have not spoken, and I have only 12 minutes, so we need to use this one great. Popo, there is, yes, I agree, they're not in the forefront, or in social media, they are not being exposed as the way that the other ones are exposed. But if you really want to search, use social media for good searching, right things, there's people like Gugumfupi who's doing great things. There is people like now I'm forgetting because I've been running it a lot. So there's Bugugun Fupi, there is Lynette Ntuli, there is a lot of women who have, for lack of a better word, taken the place of Basetsana Kumalo. Those women are there. If you want to search them, you can easily just go to Forbes 35 under 35, and already you have a list there put up for you. You find one South African there or an African there, and you just begin to follow who they follow, and already you have a list. These people are there. Yes, they are moving silently. The other one, radio from the Free State, light-skinned. She's not Melanie Bala, but the other one, she owns a salon in Sandton City. Gamalebala Sezana O. But in any case, you have these people who are there. Mail and Guardian 200 for the local inspiration. You have people that are there that you can search and follow, and say, this is the inspiration I'm looking for. I've said this before in the platform, that you open another Instagram account that you say, I'm going to follow people of this nature from this particular Instagram account. When I want inspiration, I'm going to that Instagram account. I look at this content about Tuban. I look at this content about Tuban. If I want something to do with, we have Bo Rorisang, Rorisang, forget her surname. What Jesus this, Jesus that.
Yes.
They are making waves. They are there. Are they following? This is our young generation. Without taking further time, Sis Lydia, then I'll give Sis Pebbles, then I will give Martin. Come through, Sis Lydia.
Okay, so it's very ironic talking about this issue of social media and the fact that our young people are motivated by influencers. A few days ago, I made a post, and the post was saying, a perfect picture does not mean a perfect life. Don't compare your reality to social media's illusion. The reason why I made that post was because I'm one that I don't like to use the word role model, because young people tend to, when they look at a person as a role model, they tend to want to do everything that that person does. If a person is a role model, they don't take the good only, they also take the bad from that person, right? And young people these days do not want to be they don't want to be
Some
associated with.
Kizzy, please mute. Sorry, lady. Some Skizzy or some Sam, please mute. Lydia, you can continue.
Okay. So, young people lately do not want to be associated with people that are of good caliber. They want people that wear gushies. They want people that that are showing this fleshy life on social media, right? And like for the past week, I've been bothered about that. To say that, you know what, even when you call them into these conferences of hosting young ladies with this successful business women from all over Africa, they never show interest. But if a socialite calls them into an event, they go because of the type of life that that person portrays on social media. And now it all comes back again to where? To us at home. To say that when a young lady or a young boy are growing, when you teach them to be aware of who they are, and when you teach them to be in a position of deciding who they want to be, not according to the standards set by society or social media, then in that way, it will be so easy for them to attract exactly who they want to be. They can never attract who they want to be. Even on social media, they can never be attracted to that person because they have not found themselves as who they are, and they do not have confidence in themselves to say that these are my dreams, I'm gonna stick to them, right? I was sharing on Facebook on a live. I was invited on a live where I had to speak about certain things that I'm doing. And a young lady, I think she's 21, she asked to say that, how did you get into all these programs to be where you are today? And I told them to say that when you guys are using social media to view so and so's profile, I'm using social media to actually look for these opportunities that are out there, that are posted on social media. A wise man once said, when you want to hide something from a person, hide it in a book, meaning that we do not read enough to understand what is happening around us. If we're reading enough if we're reading enough to understand the life challenges that will come and take a lesson from everything that we are reading, would understand the type of content that we are supposed to consume. So that's
Yes.
all that I wanted to say that they can never follow us, Abuti. They will not follow
Yeah.
us. They want to follow the people that have the numbers on social media, who will never even follow them back or even comment on them or even help them with anything. But if they were to go and follow Mpumili Dwaba, usually I talk about her. Mpumili Dwaba literally answers every person. If you send her a message, she will answer. The same as Mbalishi Papu. Mbalishi Papu right now, she's one of the best business people that are currently rising in South Africa, right? And she's so open. Go thusa bana ba mo magaeng ba ko kasi. But the kids are not using that particular content because babatla fame. They are not after whatever that they need to learn. So yeah, it is what it is.
Thank you, Lydia. Thank you so much. Pebbles, sorry for waiting for long, Mama. Come through.
Good afternoon. Hi everyone.
How are you?
Hilo from Bahanyane, ne?
Please do.
And I'm gonna say what I always say to my peers. Ne? If you find yourself overcommitting your child in activities, in things that they should do, you must know you're a bad parent. Ne?
If you're doing
Because
what?
right now we are even having a list of, if you
Sorry.
find yourself
Uh-huh.
overcommitting your child in activities
Okay.
that will keep them busy, then something's wrong with your parenting. When
Okay.
are you spending time with your children? Right now, we all have a list of influencers. They must follow this one. Now, my daughter at 15, right now, there's no influencer out there who will unteach her what I have installed in her. Every day, I sing it to her. In her head, I tell her, Wabona wena, I can bet ahuna anyone in the maths class who's better than you. I know that because you are my child, because I'm the greatest at maths. Do you understand? There's no amount of influencer or not even if she fails a math test, there's nothing that will unconvince her that she's the best mathematician because I say it to her every day. So I don't understand Hore when we are going to blame the type of life these kids see on Instagram and on TV and where. This child, by the time she has Instagram, she'll be over 15. I don't believe you can unwire her no matter how hard you try. Because I've been saying it. Guys, we cannot We are that generation, Rena, this generation of parents. We are this generation that will even compete more. Oh, now I spark. No, now I oya curo, and now they've got tennis and they've got swimming and they've got what and what and what, and on weekends they've got this and give me what club, and it's take a girl child to work. Now I bring mine here to the fair house, to the warehouse, to the factory, and she can tell my mother fix machines. Do you understand?